Node 564560 connected to Node 564562.
WU7N testing.
Node 309430 connected to Node 564560.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Good evening. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the '08 machine. The Western Washington Amateur Television Society is a group of amateur radio enthusiasts that take to the airways with digital amateur television in the DVB-T format. We transmit on 70 centimeters to a crossband repeater on Cougar Mountain and spits out images at 1.2 gigahertz. Also, to find out more about our group, please Google WW7ATS. That's Google WW7ATS. That will take you to the internet where you can find some information about the frequencies we transmit and receive on, and also you'll find a link to YouTube where we stream our nets held Wednesdays and Saturdays. Also, we simulcast our audio with our 2-meter station, WW7ATS, 147.08 with a tone of 103.5. So with that, I'll pause in case anybody has emergency traffic or needs to make a contact before our net gets fully underway. This is Dave, KD7ZYM. Welcome back to the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. Checked in by video link is Ron, KD7QKU. Lee, N7KC in Port Angeles. Richard, K7ITX in Kent. Jim, N7QO in Covington. James, WU7N in Northeast Bellevue. And myself, Dave, KD7ZYM. If there's anybody else wishing to check into the net. Hearing none, let's start off the net up in Tacoma with Ron, KD7QKU.
Everyone, KD7QKU here. I had to mute my Discord, so I hear somebody, maybe I hear Dave. Dave might not be muted. So anyway, I get an echo here. Turn this 2-meter down. Well, man, what a beautiful day it was here. It was probably 70 degrees or more. Sunshine all day. So we had a couple of things to do today. The Corvette Club was going on a drive. We were going to go with them and then have lunch. But then Jenny, Joanne's niece, they live in Puyallup, she called and said that we should go out to Shady Acres Airport to Rick and Bobby's house, her mother and father, and we were all going to have breakfast. And then her son Eli and her husband Richie were going to solo today. So it was a big deal. So we decided to go there. We had to be there at 9 o'clock for breakfast. And so they've been taking flying lessons from a guy down in Chehalis, and so the grandpa, Rick, that lives on the airport, he flew his plane down to Chehalis and left it down there so they could fly it, so they wouldn't have to pay rental on a plane, I guess. So anyway, so Eli went down this morning early and the instructor, and they flew up to Shady Acres. And so then they had to do touch and go, so they had to land and take off 3 times, and so they each did that, and then we ate breakfast, and then the instructor said, well, he had time to kill, and it was their airplane and their gas, so if anybody wanted a ride, he'd be happy to take them for a ride. So Joanne went for a ride. I was really surprised. They didn't have to ask her twice. So it's an airplane where it was Champ, I think 182, tail dragger. You set one behind the other one, person up front and a person in back. And so anyway, nice little plane. They have 3 airplanes. I didn't see the other 2. I have seen them, I guess, but I don't really remember them. So I don't know what else they have, but they have this Champ, and so they all wanted to wanted to take lessons in it. I don't know exactly why. I guess because it's so easy to fly. So anyway, they were flying the Champ. So we sat out there in the sun and watched people fly around and come back. And then we had lunch, and then we came home. We got home about 3 o'clock, I guess. So back to net, KD7QKU.
KD7QKU, thanks with that. And we've got Lee, N7KC in Port Angeles. What say you, Lee?
Well, we'll see here if things are working. I'm there we go. I've got the Windows app up, and I could run it yesterday just fine, Dave. This is, by the way, this is Lee in 7KC in Port Angeles. Anyway, everything was just fine yesterday, but just a little while ago, before the net started, I thought I would test it again. I couldn't turn it off. Every time I would tap the button, it would come back on, and it did that and did that, and finally, it killed the app. So I guess I need some instruction here as about what's going on. There is a certain latency here. I got my finger held up right now, and it hasn't shown up in the there. Okay, here we go. So 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007. About 7 seconds. So that's okay. That's okay. I should have had Discord going on here too, but I thought I had it on this little laptop, but I don't notice it anyplace. So, oh, there it is. Oh, I see it. All right, I'll get Discord up so I can run it too and see what's going on in other places. Yeah, well, I don't know if Carlos is here because I don't have Discord on. But anyway, this is pretty cool. It really is. I'm not sure I can shut it off when I'm done, but I'll give it a yeoman's try here. Anyway, I don't have much to report. It's a lovely day here today in Port Angeles. Oh my, it was nice. And we went down to Edis Hook here this afternoon, and we sat on the north side of it and looked over toward Victoria for a while. And I had my mesh core companion, and I have a repeater running in the house now too. I don't have it on the roof yet. It's just hanging in a window facing north. And so we've been having some fun with that. Anyway, with that, Dave, I'll send it back to you if I can do that. I may have to kill the app. I don't know. We'll see. So this is N7KC, Lee in Port Angeles. Back to you, Dave.
N7KC, a good picture, good audio coming out of you. Let's go to Richard, K7ITX in Kent.
And not hearing from Richard for an ID, this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the '08 machine. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. Well, we were waiting for a response from Richard, K7ITX. Again, this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. Let's go to Jim, N7QO in Covington.
N7QO. So the repeater hasn't dropped. Can you hear me?
Full quieting. You got a good signal out on 2 meters.
Okay, thank you, Dave. Good evening, everyone. There's some echo on 2 meters. Not sure what's going on there, but anyway, good to see everyone. Yeah, I missed the last couple nets. I think I have a sinus infection, and it still isn't gone yet. But I'm maybe like 75% or so, I think. So, I don't know. I haven't felt like doing a whole lot the last couple of days. I did accomplish to get some work, did manage to accomplish to get some work done around the house today, but not a whole lot. Yeah, definitely a nice day. And Ron, definitely a nice day to fly. Glad Joanne went up and liked that. Yeah, Shady Acres, and that would be an Aranca Champ. That's in my opinion, that's one of the nicer airplanes of its sort like that. It's like similar to a Piper Cub, but it's definitely easier to get in and out of than a Cub. So that's good. Let's see, and Lee, don't know what you had to do there. You look and sound good on that Windows app. Guess we've got a couple of nice days ahead of us here. My thermometer is showing 77 for a high today here, but it's possible that I did not reset it. But having said that, no, I replaced the batteries just about a month ago or so. It could not possibly have gotten that warm any other time. So that's warmer than I would have thought over here. I believe it was in the low 70s without any question, but gentle wind out of the north, and it's cooling down a little bit now. I'm showing 63 degrees outside here, just south of Covington. Let's see. Oh, if anyone knows the game, the score of the Mariners game, last time I looked, it was, I think, about the 6th inning, and it was 3-1 Mariners. If anyone has a final score, I would appreciate that. Back to you, Dave, and N7QO.
N7QO, we seem to be having some echo problems with the net tonight. Not sure where that's happening. But let's get James, WU7N in Northeast Bellevue on the air.
WU7N in Northeast Bellevue. Testing. Okay, the repeater finally dropped.
Okay, I guess we're going to do this old school. I seem to be having some difficulty getting things to work too. So, Lee, you're not the only one. A lot of echoing coming around when everybody speaks. Also, Dave has that machine room air conditioner noise too in the background. Well, Ron, congrats to your relatives who did their first solo. That's always great. Champ 182. I've never flown one. But you know what they say about airplanes with conventional gear with a tail that drags on the ground? They're easy to fly but hard to land. I don't know anything about that, but if anybody's actually flown one and knows if they're easy to land, then that would get my attention, because I've never landed a tail dragger. Well, Lee, let me second your thank you to Carlos. I suspect that what is going on tonight is probably everything up on the hilltop needs to be reset. It just has that flavor, that smell to it. I think if you turned everything off and turned everything on again, we would be getting much better performance out of the interconnected systems tonight. Richard, if you're out there, I hope you're doing well. Try Echolink if the app is not working for you. We'd love to hear from you. And Jim, I hope you get well soon. It has been 2 weeks and a day. It was Friday, not last Friday, but Friday before last. My symptoms hit me like a bus while I was crossing the crosswalk. It was really intense. I mean, I didn't feel real great that afternoon, but by the time the sun set, I was very sick and stayed that way for about 3 days, and then was just moderately sick for 4 or 5 days. And then it was gradual improvement since then, but I still have this annoying cough I just can't seem to get rid of. Okay, I'm going to pause for a minute here. Dave, can you hear me on 2 meters all right?
Full quieting on 2 meters.
Well, I'm on the streaming.watts.net, and I can hear myself in the headphones, so I think I'm doing okay with that. I'll try the app again next time around, maybe on my PC this time. Last time I tried it on the phone, and it just was not connecting. But as Jim pointed out, for some reason, the repeater was not being let go. So it was constant key down. Well, let's see. Other fun activities today. I went to Costco and got a snack and did some people watching, and then changed the oil on my Honda Civic, which is a much bigger deal than it should be. Requires chalking the back wheels and using a pump jack to put up 2 jack stands, and then getting underneath it and removing an access plate, and it was just a lot of work. But it was accomplished. I will say this: there's a whole new generation of younger people working in auto parts stores who are getting acquainted with the concept of gravity. That's good. That's good. I handed my oil pan, which is the type that has a removable wide screw top lid. It's a pan with essentially sort of like a screw-on Tupperware lid, and a little hole on the side, a little spout on the side you unscrew to pour the oil out. And this kid grabs this, I goes, I can pour this out for you. He goes, no, they want us to do it. So he puts gloves on very carefully. He's all nicely dressed in his uniform. And then he proceeds to pick up the pan in, sideways. So I said, wait, I don't think you want to do that. That seal's probably not that great. He did manage to get most of the oil into the container, but then said, it is leaking. And I go, well, yeah, let's clean it up as best you can. I didn't want to look at him to see how much he got all over himself. But he'll be more careful to hold it level next time. That's the exciting news here in Northeast Bellevue. This is James, Whiskey Uniform 7 November. That's WU7N. I'm going to turn it back to our net control over there in Seattle. Take it away, Dave.
WU7N, thanks for that. This is Dave, KD7ZYM, and this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. Well, for me, what a beautiful day. I had to get out of the house about 1 o'clock this afternoon, made a Costco run and picked up some goodies there, and then stopped by my favorite food store to get lunch. And I like spicy teriyaki, and I had that this afternoon, very yummy. So I downed that, and so it was kind of nice to get out and drive around a little bit in the neighborhood. And that's about pretty much it. Let's see, I'm showing 50 degrees and cloudy outside right now, and no rain over the last 24
Node
hours.
3,
So that's what's
4,
happening here in Lake
6,
City.
4,
So let's go
2,
back up to
7,
Ron,
2,
KD7
disconnected.
QKU.
Okay, KD7QKU here. Well, I don't know what was going on with the repeater for a while, but it was echo. It was doubling. I was hearing them twice. It was kind of hard to decipher what they were saying. See, I have 58 degrees here right now. I really didn't look at a thermometer today, but it had to be over 70. It was so hot I just had a t-shirt on, and then I was still warm. So anyway, those folks out there on the airport, they have Kona coffee, and so they have a lot of money. It's just amazing. He has 5 Corvettes now, plus so many other cars you can't count them hardly. He just got a 52 Chevy 2-door sedan. It's kind of old and rusty, but he said it's all there and it's in really good shape, just set outside. So anyway, he was going to put disc brakes on it. He had bought a new 4-post hoist, and it was on the bottom, and he had what did he have on the top? I don't know, it was either a Pontiac GT or something, probably about a 56, I don't know what was up there. And anyway, so he said he was going to put disc brakes on the old Chevy, and I said, well, are you going to take them off something? Or no, he said he bought a kit. It was only $800. And so I said, well, I see you bought a new hoist. He said, I bought 3 of them. Oh, my. He already had a couple. He has so many cars that he has to have hoists to put one in the air so he can drive the other one underneath. And they have a, big hangar shop. But it's filling up. Unbelievable what they have. But anyway. So Eli was talking, he has to get 40 hours in before he can get the next license. And then he was talking about, he was talking with the instructor, he has to do a cross country. But so that they decided that the simplest thing to do would be like to fly out to Ocean Shores and then fly down the coast to the Columbia River, then fly up the Columbia River, and then come back up, like I-5. They fly out of Chehalis. The grandfather taking his plane down there, so they didn't have to rent one. They just have to pay the instructor. I think they pay him, I'm guessing, $100 an hour.
6,
he had a good day
4,
today.
2,
He was there a long
7,
time
2,
today.
connected
But,
2, node 5,
but they're
6,
having fun.
4,
I guess that's all
5,
that counts.
6,
Can't take it with
0.
you when you die, so you might as well enjoy it. So let's see. Nice to see everybody. Everybody seems to be doing well. Jim, Che, I'm glad you're getting better. And James, it sounds like you're getting better. So we're all doing pretty good, I guess. So I'm tired tonight. I didn't really want to get on. I don't know why I'm so tired I didn't do anything. I didn't hardly have my coffee this morning. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But I was out of my normal routine. So anyway, I guess back to net, KD7QKU.
KD7QKU, thanks for that. And get a quick ID here again. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. Well, let's try for Lee in Port Angeles, N7KC.
And we had Lee for about 5 seconds. Maybe his app isn't functioning properly. Maybe you want to try again.
Okay, let's see here. Well, there we seem to. I seem to have some video. I hope it's working. Anyway, yeah. Let's see if I start to talk on the streaming. There we go. Okay. Well, anyway, for whatever reason, when I tap the button here, you would think it would go right to it. It changes color and everything, but then nothing happens, and then you hit it again and so forth. So, and also, yeah, if Richard's listening and James, uh, well, uh, get well. It's a bummer. I have been fortunate here for several years. I've not had a bad winter with anything, so I'm really knocking on wood. Ron, what an exciting trip there to the airport. That sounds really fun. I'm sure Joanne enjoyed that. I would have probably done that myself. That's really neat. Um, yeah, and Jim Covington, Jim, good to hear you. Uh, this app is really cool. You just get your laptop out and bingo, you're off running. You don't have to fiddle around with anything else. It's pretty nice. So I have to learn how to. I don't know whether you can. It works pretty good as we're using it, but I don't know if you can put other media on it or not. I haven't read any instructions yet. Listen, if you have the opportunity, you're in Costco and you see these crackers like this, the Sargento cheese bakes, the Parmesan and oregano, do not buy them. Do not buy them. They're dangerously addictive. Dangerously addictive. These things, these things are simply outrageous. They're just, where's the camera? They're just little things like this one's broken, but they're what are they? Hexagonals, and they're just outrageously good. They don't have a lot of, the reason I got them, they only have, well, they have 240 milligrams of sodium. So if you eat enough of them, you'll get some salt, but I try to keep it down to just a few every day. So anyway, very, very good crackers. Some of the best I've ever had. Um, I'm going to go. I'm going to sign off now because Paula likes to go to the movies here, Netflix on Saturday night, and it's time for it's time for that show to start. You may have heard the clock in the background there on the half hour. Anyway, it's good to see you all and hear you and whatnot, and yeah. We'll see you down the pike. Dave, go ahead. This is N7KC. Really important.
N7KC, thanks for that. And we got your 7.3s. 7.3. Let's see if we can pick up Richard, K7ITX on 2 meters.
Okay, yeah, hi.
yeah, a lot of fun with all these newfangled digital items here. I'm 2-meter Echolink right now, but I'm going to try the iPhone app. Standing by. Okay, well, we'll see if my audio is coming over to. Okay, well, that's how it goes. So, I'll just for the fun of it, should be able to get video. So yeah, no, that was a nice report, Ron. Yeah, I would probably have gone for a ride like Joanne did as well. So, what a beautiful day to go out flying too. Jeez, yeah, just like Covington Jim said, it was a constant 70 degrees at my place, and it was just super comfortable. I have kind of a rough patch on Saturday after my evening of dialysis. So, but I thought I'd give it a try and at least go video, and then if the audio didn't work with my program, I knew I could maybe go 2-meter. However, I couldn't go 2-meter the first round because, like everyone pointed out, the repeater wouldn't stop transmitting, and with Echolink, that isn't going to work. The repeater has to let go. So, but anyway, tomorrow should be another nice day. Looking forward to a trip out to Graham, to the race car garage, see what's cooking over there with different 2 or 3 different Porsches and Nissans, and then hang out with Carla, the mom, whose husband just passed away a year ago. You might have heard that story. So me and Debbie are looking forward. Debbie's getting over a cold too, Jim. She still sounds a little rough, but I guess I'm about to, if not already, maybe I've timed this out. So with that, K7ITX, back to net control.
K7ITX. Well, we did get audio with picture. It all came in. We're getting about a 3-second echo for some reason. I think the system needs to be rebooted. But outside of that, I think I'll have to live with that this evening. Let's go to Jim, N7QO in Covington.
And 7QO, huh? Well, the repeater's not dropping again. That may have something to do with our echo. Well, Jim, you said sounded like about 15 days or so, 2 weeks and 1 day. Oh, man. I should check my calendar. I hope I don't have to wait that long. And I know you've gone through a whole lot worse than I did. I guess it just takes us a little while longer to recover from these things as we get older. But thanks for letting me know about that, the time it took there for you. Ron, yeah, congratulations to the solo flights. And it sounds like Joanne was ready to try it. Lee, good night. Dick, you did not time it out. Sorry you're going through a rough patch there. And sounds like Debbie too's going through something. Wow, things are a little crazy this winter now. I was fine up until, I don't know, a weekish ago. But oh well. Anyway, Dick, you look good. And have fun at the garage in Graham tomorrow. I am definitely looking forward to summer. Yeah, it's...
I think the gator got activated there somewhere down the line. Let's go to James, WU7N, Northeast Bellevue.
Trying again for WU7N, James at Bellevue.
Dave, I was trying to wait for the repeater to stop transmitting. Let's give it a second and see what happens. Okay, I guess guess my patience has limits. It's not going to stop. It's full key down here. If that continues, I guess I'll hit it with a big button. Ron, 5 cars. That's impressive. Now, I can impress you by telling you I have 3 cars, but only one of them runs right now. And I don't have a hoist, but I need one so I can get under 2 of them to repair them. Oh, my goodness. There's still some sort of giant delay on 2 meters. I actually can hear myself. I'm doing nothing but 2 meters right now, and when I let up on the key, I hear almost everything I've said. Okay, an interesting bug. We are in definitely a loop here. Well, Lee, I will remember Sargento cheese bakes. I think I was going to go out and get some chips for my avocado dip. Avocado has something in it that's of value to me right now. I think it's something that might help me heal up, but maybe I'll try those too. And Richard, have fun in Graham. It sounds like a great way to spend some time, and I hope you see some great race cars. Okay, well, it's still key down and not letting up here. Okay, I had some other things I was going to tell you guys about, but maybe next time around if it gets around to me. This is James WU7N in Northeast Bellevue. Dave, if you want to give it 30 seconds, 45 seconds, let's see if it lets go. I see on the down count right now I'm at 44 seconds, 140 mark. So let's give it some time and see if it'll let go.
And get a quick idea, this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. We seem to be having some problems with our digital repeater not shaking hands with its software, so we're waiting for a countdown to see what happens from there. We got a minute and a half left. Digital TV is now showing 1 minute to shut down.
I don't know what you're saying. I'm getting a double on everything. It's pretty miserable. And then on TV, it's intermittent or something. So I'm for calling it quits, KD7QKU.
Six, 2, timeout.
Well, that didn't seem to work anyway. We're having some software difficulties up at the site. So, this is Dave, KD7ZYM, and this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. Well, let's go up to Ron, KD7QKU. See what say you, Ron.
Can't hear anything, Dave. I just hear double. I don't know what you said. I think you passed it to me. I'm saying 73s, and I'm shutting everything off. Good night. KD7QKU.
KD7QKU, thanks for that. Got your 73. Let's see if Richard's still around. K7ITX on 2 meters.
Well, let's give it a try. I know you can't hear me. The
Oh, okay. I got the repeater. What do you know? So, yeah, yeah, it's too bad. We had Wade or Carlos. I think those guys would be able to work their magic and resolve the echo. So at this point, I think I'll say 73 as well. So with that, it's been nice to see and hear and talk to everybody tonight. So 73 K7ITX, back to net control.
N7QO on 2 meters, go ahead.
And 7QO, thank you, Dave. Well, Dick, that sounded good. That looked good. I did not hear any echo on you, but Lee and Ron pulled the plug already here. I was kind of thinking we should do the same thing, but we'll see what happens here after I finish talking. Let's see. Oh yeah, Lee, about the cheese, the Sargento. I have seen those things at Costco, but I did not buy them. I don't know. I might be tempted to buy them. I'll have a look at that and think about it. Anyway, I don't want to talk too long, just in case this thing is screwing up. Back to you, Dave, N7QO.
N7QO, thanks for that. Let's go to a final for James, WU7N, and see what happens.
Give me a second, Dave. I'm going to try one more time.
WU7N, thanks for that. This is Dave, KD7ZYM. And I guess we'll terminate the net at this point. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM, terminating the net at 8:51. Good evening all.